What is up, guys? This is Sean again with another video for Stage of Media. So yeah, listen, hey, the great guys from Peztio apparently loved what I did for the last video, and hey, they sent me out another dash cam. And yeah, again, I gotta say, it's really cool when you have someone or a company that really like is behind what you're doing and sees the content, and they compliment you on your content, and it's great. It's a good feeling to know that you're doing stuff that people are noticing, and I can't thank Peztio enough for them having faith in me to be able to bring their to review their product to the best of my ability and bring it to you guys. So shout out, big thanks to Peztio for sending me out another dash cam. That being said, as always, we're gonna go through the content. Same thing before on these on the back. It has a 3.2-inch IPS display. Again, it has the G sensor. The big thing that I saw about this when I did a light read, again, I'm going to be opening the box. When you see it, I'm seeing it. But what I did read from this, which is absolutely amazing, that this particular unit, the reverse cam, the camera, the rear camera, has 1080p visuals. So like the last dash cam, which was really good, it was touchscreen, it was a really good unit, that only spanned between, I believe it was 480 and 720, right? So it was a little lower on the spectrum in terms of pixel resolution for the rear cam. This one is on a whole new level, where the rear cam actually does 1080p straight high resolution HD viewing. So that is amazingly dope for this particular unit. Amazingly dope for this unit. So we're gonna go through the content. Let's kind of keep the box in there so you guys can kind of see what it is. Again, I'm gonna have descriptions and below. Again, you guys are gonna get 10% off anything off Peztio's website. So just use code. It's gonna be using code STAYDRIVEN. So you use code STAYDRIVEN on their website. I have all the links down in the description, and you get 10% off all your order from everything on Peztio's website. So that's my gift to you guys. So, all right, here we go. All right, so here's straight out the gate. We get the unit. It's not bad. But it has the little plastic film that you guys seem to like. It does something for y'all or something. I mean, they got YouTube channels that actually like really do well just off of stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, the presentation is pretty good. It's not touchscreen like the other one. They have these. It has these analog buttons. You know what I mean? So it's feedback in terms of the buttons you press. You know what I mean? So what you press is what it is. I mean, I guess there's an upside and a downside to having analog buttons as opposed to digital. Some may like the direct, button pressing for the menus or selections. Others like the ease of not having to worry about any buttons and just tap a screen. It's kind of like pick your poison. They both pretty much do the same thing. They both have the G sensor. They both have basically the same thing. The only thing that this does is it allows the rear view camera to shoot at or to record at 1080 resolution, 1080p resolution, which is that's huge, especially for a dash cam scenario. Everyone knows if you have like a rear camera, it's gonna shoot just enough to give you some type of visual. So you really can't rely too much on the rear camera to give you anything high res. This is changing the game. It's actually giving you high definition viewing for the rear view camera, so that's kind of cool. Again, you have all the screws, you have the inputs, you have the USB connection. Yeah, it's funny because it looks like a camera, and you want to like turn this, like you see this little, it has like little grooves, almost like a camera. these little etched out grooves, but you can't turn it. It gives you straight up what it is. You see this right here, this is for the night, the actual night vision lighting right there. So that's kind of cool. So you can put this off right over here. Alright, so we have this, more box stuff. Let's get to some of the documentation. So yeah, you get another one of their welcoming cards, warranty cards, basically all the emails and people that you have to contact in case any problems with the device. This is apparently okay. It's just like a informational card. Write your experience and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. Quick start guide. So I'm all about the quick start guides. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm not one to always sit and read all of that. You know what I mean? Though it's good information because it's giving you a lot of background to what the functions do. So I mean, something like this, you want to kind of really go through and see what each individual function do, what button does what, where to go throughout the menu, so you're not just fishing for settings in the device. So it's really cool. It's really cool to do it. But yeah, I'm all about the quick startup setup guides. It's very similar setup to the other one too. The other unit. You have the reverse cam. It connects into a splitter. That splitter connects to your rear view, not rear view, I'm sorry, reverse light. So you have to connect it to your reverse light, and when you hit reverse, it turns on and gives you feedback from when you're reversing. Okay, so it's pretty intuitive, to be honest with you. And again, these guys are car people. Like, they make this with car guys in mind because the wiring is extremely long. Like, it's let me see, does it say how much footing it is on the cord? It probably does say it in the actual manual, but I would even give this is about a solid 10 feet, like easy 10 feet. But yeah, this is the device. It looks a little different than the other one previously, actually, now that I see it. The actual reverse cam, it looks a little different, more like a, you know, kind of curved. The other one had more of a box type of standard reverse. But yeah, this is it. It connects, again, it connects through this splitter here, and this red cord, this red wire connects into your reverse light, and when you reverse, boom, it turns on, bam, now you can see what's going on in reverse. So yeah, you have that there. What else we have here? Oh, the regular, like the last one. It has the lighter. This is what actually powers the device, and it actually charges it as well. So it's all right there for you. And last we have, see, the last one gave me 2. This one only has 1. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but they gave me 1 of these now, so it's actually really cool. Again, the same setup as the other one. You screw it in here, the top, and bam, you're ready and set to go. So yeah, I'm gonna have the next video is gonna show going through the steps, the process, hooking it up, and showing you actually how the settings are, and showing you the 1080p reverse device for the camera. So yeah, let's go. Guys, like I told you guys before, this is the new dash cam that I received from Peztio. Let me see if I can focus this in. So this is the new reverse camera. Like, if you noticed the other one before was a little different, again, this one here is so different, and this is what makes this device so much better, because this one here provides 1080p on the reverse camera, where a lot of cameras that are reverse usually only offer, you know, maybe 480 or 720 type pixel. This gives a full HD 1080 view. So yeah, this is gonna be kind of like new tech, really, in the way of reverse camera technology. So again, the same process as I did before. We're gonna be hooking this up the exact same way I did the other one. It has basically the same type of long cable that I showed you guys before. And what makes this one, you know, what makes this product really good is that they don't really try to reinvent the wheel on things. Again, these guys really have a lot of car enthusiasts in mind, so they make a lot of their products for, you know, the car enthusiasts. You know what I mean? They know what you need to get stuff to work, and that's what's kind of really cool about this, you know, this company and this product. So let me go ahead and just screw this all in. It's the same process as before, guys. I screwed it in. It was real simple. Again, real simple process. It's the same thing also with the cable, where this red cable connects to your reverse light. So when you hit reverse, it knows when you are reversing, so you can actually have the reverse cam on. But again, like last video, I don't want to have to go through that right now. But just know, guys, it's a really simple process. You can do it. You know what I mean? It's very simple. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to track this through the trunk of my car, through the side of my car, so you guys can get a visual of the you know, the whole reverse cam and front cam. Okay. All right, guys. So it's the same process again. They have the lighter that goes in. Trying to see if I can get you guys to see it. There you go. So we have the lighter that's here, and again, you have a ton of cable from the lighter to help with a clean install. So again, they're offering this long, you know, cord, so you can be able to connect it through maybe to your headliner and around. You know what I mean? So you can make clean installs. Again, that's stuff that if you want to get it professionally done, you can do it. It's not a you know, super intense process. All cars are different. You know what I mean? When it comes to like headliners and stuff like that and removing things, just kind of consult with, you know, maybe the internet and see how hard it is for you to be able to take off your headliner to be able to facilitate this cord right here. But either way, I've been recording right now so far. As you can see, the you know, that red dot record button is playing right now. So I've been recording this entire time. I haven't connected the reverse camera, which is very simple, which is so cool, because this simple cord, again, let me try to focus you guys in. This cord is what's giving the video feed to from the rear to the front here. Okay, and this connects right up top. Again, everything is pretty plug and play, but right at the top, that's the video feed connection to the device, right? So now, if you can see, because I plugged the video in, the rear video in, that second picture is up, and it's giving me a video feed right now. That's the second video right there. So it's giving me a second video feed from the rear camera that's there. So one of the big things, I mean, I won't say big things, but one of the things that a lot of people probably would like is the analog buttons, right? Like before, the last one I did had digital, so the screen was all touch screen. This one gives you full like analog buttons, so you're physically touching what's going on the screen. So you have a stop, okay, play, you know. And another cool thing is also telling you that it is 1080p. Let me see if I can get that kind of focused in. There we go. So it's letting you know that it's 1080p for the reverse. It's letting you know all of that stuff. It's giving you time, it's giving you recording, and this also records voice, but again, on a dash cam you really don't need it. So yeah, that's the cool stuff about this device. Again, you have the top button, which goes to the menu, and it allows you to flip through either the main camera. See, as I'm going through them. So it just allows you to have the one camera there, and then you go to the dual camera. So you have the reverse and the main camera in the front showing. All right, so here we go. We got resolution again. The OK button is in the very center. So you have the two buttons here, and then the OK. And those buttons are arrows going up and down, another arrow telling you the home button, and the other arrow is telling you the menu. So we're gonna go through the different buttons, okay, or the different menu selection options. So the first one, I'm hoping you guys can see it. It's resolution. Next one is loop recording, which you kind of want to do. Wide dynamic range, which is showing the amount of the range that the camera can have. Exposure, that's key also. You don't want to have the for all my camera guys, you want to have the exposure at a pretty decent level, enough contrast to be able to see what's going on in front of you with the cars and everything like that. Motion detection, that's another good thing. So that's actually a cool feature. Aside from the everything else, I guess what it's basically saying, you can once it detects any kind of motion around your car from the cameras, it'll turn on automatically. Again, record audio. This is another feature that the other dash cam had. I would probably suggest turning this off unless you really need it. Only time I would say turn this on is, let's say for instance, this is a little tip. If you get pulled over by a police officer and you want to record the conversation, again, this is for your safety. You just have the record going. You can record the conversation. You don't have to necessarily record the officer. As long as the actual conversation is there, you can have it there. But if you're just using it for dash cam purposes, I would probably suggest cutting that off, because that'll probably make your file size big, because it's recording audio data. So you don't want to you don't want to run through your memory card in the dash cam device before time. Date stamp, that's important. So obviously, like how before, you want to have your date stamp to record whatever incident happened. Again, a lot of times if you don't have that date stamp, it's not permissible in court. So you want to have that. Gravity sensing. Now that's the G sensor that I was telling you guys about. So again, it's the difference between the gravity sensing, and the motion. The motion is different. It's gonna motion when somebody's in front of your car. It's gonna check it and record it. Now the gravity sensing is if your car gets bumped or hit or does a sudden shake, the camera will detect it and automatically turn on and start recording, if it's obviously connected to the power that it's given. So that's always, that I would think that would have to be on, because sometimes we forget to just turn on the device. Parking guard, that's a new feature. That's another one. I would only assume that's maybe if somebody bumps your car or taps your car or something, maybe that's another type of sensing device. There we got car number. Let's see what car number is. That's a good one. It says on and off. I haven't read the manual. I'm just kind of running through these a little blindly. Fill light, and then that's it. Again, none of these are touchscreen enabled. You can't touch these on the screen. So that's a big thing. Some people like the analog, some people like digital. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, I probably preferred the analog. I love digital because that's the new wave, future. Everything is touchscreen. I like digital. I mean, I like analog because analog allows me to say, hey, I'm actually touching something and it's gonna get the right response. Whereas digital, you tap something, you could be sitting there tapping something forever and it doesn't recognize it as a tap. So those are the pluses and minuses to it, I think. So yeah, you can switch between 1080p, 720, or VGA. So that's kind of cool that they give you those options. Exposure. Okay, so yeah, that checks this exposure. I'd keep it at 0. I'm in sunny South Florida, so it's the exposure doesn't need to be too high on the spectrum. And that's it. I mean, that goes there. Oh, you can also set up the brightness. I clicked the menu button again. You can set up the brightness. So auto power off, frequency, beep sound. So you can have that on or off. If you don't like it, you click up. Now, see, this button sound goes away. Language, date, time, and format. Some of the times you may have to format your media device. So if you put in a memory stick and your device is not working, definitely try format it if it's not formatted to be able to use the device. And version, the version of the OS that's being used. And that's it, guys. I mean, it's a very simple, straightforward device. It's cool. Oh, look at that. You can actually split screen it. I'm cycling through and there's there it is. That's the reverse. And I'm gonna press OK, and bam, that's recording. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna put in some clips of the actual recording from the camera itself. And that's the key to this whole entire thing. That's the big plus to this device, is the 1080p reverse camera. That's huge. That's a big, huge feature, and I want you guys to kind of like understand that that's a big thing with this device, as opposed to the last device, which still had, you know, digital touching on the touchscreen. It had a bigger display, but again, the drawback was it was using the same standard reverse low resolution recording. So this is big. This is big to have a 1080p on a reverse camera. That's that's a good thing. That's a really cool addition to this. Yeah, I'm looking device. At it right now. I mean, it looks great. Like, it looks really good. The amount of resolution and clarity that the device is actually giving is really good. Like, it's really good. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and press OK, which OK stops the recording, and now I can flip through. Again, it looks like it's perfect. It's the front and the back. It's seamless. Like, it looks exactly how it should look between the front and the back camera. It is a little darker on the back camera, but I kind of like that. I want to believe that that's just the way the exposure is set. So that's kind of cool for that, man. I mean, so again, this is what you guys are getting for this device, man. It's I would have all the model numbers and everything, and again, you guys will get a 10% off code if you go to Peztio's site and enter my code Stay Driven. You guys will get 10% off of all the product that's there. So they have a lot of other products and a lot of other newer products. So again, I'm completely and graciously honored to be able to be partnering up with Peztio on these devices, and I'm bringing you guys this stuff because, again, we're all car guys. You know, this is all cool stuff for your car to kind of bring a lot of you guys' cars into the you know, the kind of new age type of feel. You know what I mean? It's just not a regular dash cam. It's they're doing something for us car guys, man. Okay, kind of keeping the safety of what we do on a regular basis involved. So with that being said, guys, I'm extremely happy to be working with these guys. Sonny, again, thank you. Their marketing guy, thank you so much for allowing me to do another review on this. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a great day. And as always, man, stay driven. One.